Hello everyone, it's Graham from Lakeside and a very warm welcome to you. It's Saturday the 2nd of March and I've got a kind of a smirk on my face at the moment, and that's because I've now finished wiring the track and installing all the point motors and wiring those up, and it works like a dream. Absolutely fabulous. And I can't believe how well this layout has gone down. I really don't. It's kind of laying itself, you know. It's gone down so easily and so nicely. I haven't had any major issues with it, not really. I've made a few tweaks along the way, over by those curves, for instance. I've still got one or two jobs to do, but just kind of minor stuff really. Like I need to just lower the bow bridge over there a little bit on one end, because it's raised about 0.5 millimetre too high on one end. I just want to lower that down so that it's absolutely flat. But they're just little small tweaks like that which I need to do. So as from today, what I should be doing is no more work as such. I will just literally, for the next 2 weeks, I just want to run as many trains on the track as I possibly can, just so that I'm absolutely happy with the way the track is now. If it isn't, then I will change it. But the way things are looking at the moment, there isn't much to change, to be honest. It's all working very, very well. Points are operating superbly. I've got all the crossovers in now, again all wired up and coded into the Z21. There's just a couple which are Insulfrog points which aren't motorised, but they weren't going to be motorised anyway. I'm going to operate those by hand because A, they probably won't use that much, and B, they're very easy to get to, unlike my other layout. So really the next 2 weeks is going to be a shakedown period for the whole layout. Just get as many trains running as I possibly can, see if there are any major issues. If there are, sort them out. Once that is all done and I'm happy with it, then I can start scenics, which will be ballasting track, and I've always said that I will not ballast this track until I'm absolutely 100% sure that I'm happy with it, and only then will I start ballasting. Excuse me. And so after the 2 weeks or so, then assuming everything's okay, which I think it will be, then I can start doing the scenics, which is going to be exciting times. The other good news is, for me really, is that my wife and I have been talking about this move, which we have been talking about, and we have come to the decision that we are not moving. Well, not moving for the foreseeable future anyway, so that's going to be like 5-8 years time at least before we even contemplate moving. So that's now put this layout much more on a firmer basis. So that's good news, because in 5-8 years time I will probably want to think about changing this once again if we move anyway. So that's kind of settled both of our minds in the fact that we haven't got this move over our heads, because we were both sort of thinking, well, we can't do that because we're moving, and we can't do this because we might be moving, but now we've decided we're not going to be moving. We can both carry on and live our normal lives. So that's good news. So the track's all done, we're not moving, and I'm happy. Really, really happy. It's been an absolute pleasure building this layout. It really has, from day one, and I can't believe really that it was about Christmas time when I started. So that's 2 months ago. Never in a million years did I think that in 2 months' time from when I started that I would be talking to you with all the track done, all the baseballs done and up and running. I just can't believe that. I was sort of estimating 6 months or so, to be honest with you, not 2 months. So now it's a case of, say, shaking down the track, making sure it's all perfect to how I want it, and then it'll be ballasting and scenics. So what I will do, I will shut the camera down and show you around just the few things which I've done, which is not a lot, well, not a lot for you to see anyway. I'll talk you through that, and then we'll do a small running session with 4 steamers, and I've got King George V here, which is the locomotion version, which is the glossy finish. Absolutely beautiful loco. I love this to bits, and I was fortunate enough to actually see this in the museum in York when I visited a couple of years ago. And this version is as the museum one, so it's got the little bell on the front, yeah, it's a beautiful loco, and I will probably fit sound in this later on. It hasn't got sound at the moment, it's just got a standard decoder. So I've got that, I've got the Silver Fox, I've got Mallard, and I've got the Crosty 9F. Now, somewhere in this room is a box full of wagons, and I can't find them. They're around somewhere, and so I thought, okay, I'll get the Crosty out and I'll put some wagons on. I've hunted high and low for these wagons, I can't find them. I've put them somewhere safe, obviously, so safe that I can't find them. But I will, I shall find them eventually. So for now, the Cross is going to go round as a light haul, so she's got nothing on behind her. But it will give you an idea that there will be, or can be, 4 trains or locos running all at the same time, which I've never had before, apart from 2 locos on the same track. But now I can have 4 locos all on their own separate tracks, and I can just set them going and walk away. It's absolutely superb, absolutely superb. Never had that before, and this is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. I want to be able to set my trains going, sit down, have a cup of coffee and just watch the trains go around. It's boring to a lot of people, I know, but it's what I want, you know, and I just do not want a whole load of track giving me issues and problems with shunting, and I can't be doing with that, I really can't. All I want is a little layout to run my trains in peace and quiet without any issues. That's all I'm after, and that's what I've got. It's very simple, literally very simple. I don't think you could get much simpler than what I've got, to be honest. But that's what I wanted, and now I can put my interests in the scenics. The layout itself, the track work might be a bit boring to some folk, but I want to create the interests in the scenics rather than a whole mass of track work. And I know a few people now who this year and last year have taken up their layouts and simplified them, because initially I thought, oh yeah, we'll have goods yards over there and stuff, but they found it too complicated to operate, and that's exactly what I didn't want. So it's a very simple layout. That's the way I want it. I know it's not ideal for some people, they want a lot more track, but for me, absolutely perfect. Okay, I'll shut the camera down and I will walk you around very quickly what I've done, and then we'll have a running session. Okay, so I won't speak to you again for a couple of weeks because of what I've said. I want to get this right, and then after a couple of weeks I shall come back. Okay, so I will speak to you again soon. So bye for now. Bye. Right, hello again. So what I've done up here is really just put in some crossovers, which you've seen before, but these are now working in the platform area. So it's from track 2 to track 3. These are now able to cross over, again for my benefit really, so that when I bring stuff out the storage yard over there, I can go all the way around and end up on this first track, or even indeed this track here. So that works brilliantly. And what I've done, I've just dug out my walling at the back, which I had on the old lakeside, and I've just put it up there at the moment, just so that I've got a visualization of what something is going to be. And I'll explain what I planned for this area later on. I think some of you might have already kind of guessed what I'm going to be doing up there, but it's not going to be a upper level railway, that I can tell you. I know what it is and what I planned, but it isn't an upper level railway. So as we move around, you can now see all the storage yard there, and if I just pan up there, you can see some of the trains I've had out and put in there. So if we come around here, these are all the install frog points until we get to, oh crikey, that sun's bleaching out, isn't it? Until we get to here, which is the electro frog point, and that's where it's powered. So that one's powered, all the rest are just hand operated, and obviously dead easy to do, no reaching. So the lift up section is still working. I've installed crossovers here, so that trains coming in this direction can cross over into that line. Now they will never, unless I'm reversing out, they will never be coming down this direction. It will always be that route, and likewise with these will always be coming in this direction and not that direction, generally speaking. So then we come around a corner and I have moved the 4th track, and you can see where it used to go, and then it used to come back quite sharply and go into that the old suspension bridge there. So now what we have are much shallower curves going around into the entries to the bridge. Likewise up there. So all this lot here has had all the sharp bends taken out now, so they're all very nice gentle curves. And so doing that, I've obviously moved the spur which goes up to the station there. I've moved that from that point. I have moved that and made that slightly shallower too. That's the bridge here, and I just need to take this out, and where the bridge sits on the rebate in this part of the MDF here, I just need to take that rebate down about 0.5 millimetre. It's just a fraction too high, but because I've got joins at either end, it's just a case of slipping back the rail joiners and lifting the whole lot out. Then I can just take out some of the MDF underneath there. So it's just about 0.5 mil, that's all, and it'll be fine. The other end's absolutely fine, it's just this end here I've just got to take out a bit. And the rest you've seen. Oh, going over here, yes, there will be a, let's take that down, there will be a small river entering here,
and I've decided that what I will do is probably cut this back now. I wasn't going to, but the reason why I wasn't going to is because there's a beam underneath here which joins these two pieces of MDF, and I was reluctant in taking that beam out, but I've now sorted that. I know what to do, so I can now take this back and make that a proper little exit or entry into a river which goes through, and I will have a brick faced entrance just here for the river. So there'll be an embankment going down here, and then a brick pillars either side for the bridge. But that will be at a much later date. Up the end there, no change really, that's all exactly the same. I did find my little, let's just zoom in there, I did find my little bridge, so I've put that across there, and that's for a reason. In fact, if I come over there, I will tell you what I'm going to do here. I might as well. So this area, all this area, that's all going to be village along here. So the front of the houses will be facing this way, and their rear gardens will be here. So the church, my cottage, and the houses for the village are all going to go in this area along here, and there will be a road running along here because this will be the front of their houses. The road will come along and go around here, over a level crossing here, that section, and then turn in and terminate here as a car park for the station building. And then pedestrians will be able to then go up the footbridge and enter over onto the platform. So car park, then road, level crossing, and then a road through to here to the village. And then at the back will just be a continuation of that rock face. So that's it. Now I have a secret plan. You can say, well, the road's got to start from somewhere. Well, yes, it does. So the road will go down there, and I won't tell you what's going to happen down the far end, but it's all planned out. I've got it. So what it'll mean, I will just put a board about that wide extra on here to take the road plus a small embankment to separate it from this track. And then so the road will come down here, and something will happen here, which I'll explain as I get near it. And then on the side of that extra board will be the O gauge track, so that I can put a wagon or something on it, and I can run it along here with my camera on the O gauge track. That's why I haven't done anything to these faces here as yet, because I still need to add onto here. I wasn't going to do this because I'm obviously thinking about taking all these modules down, but now these are staying, then I can afford now to put that road in. So that's about it. So I think so if you can imagine the road going up, around through the village, over a level crossing into a car park, terminating there, and then they can come back. There is even room to then carry the road down between that track and the bridge, along over that, and carrying on round. because obviously something will be going here, won't it? And here. There's something going to be happening over there. Now I wonder what that can be. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, right, running session time. So I think that's about all you need to know at the moment. And hopefully all these trains are going to behave themselves. They have been so far, so there shouldn't be any issues at all running these. Alright people, that's about it for now. So I love you and leave you, and I'll catch you in about 2 weeks time. Okay, so bye for now, and hopefully you'll enjoy the running session. So bye.